Hi, folks. Welcome to the Chris Voss Show.com, the Chris Voss Show.com, where we interview all the coolest and latest CEOs, co-founders, technology, social media, all that good stuff that we cover on the Chris Voss Show.com blog. And today I have another exciting co-founder of one of these awesome new tech companies that are out there that are changing the world, changing the vision of what's going on in our future. And I have with me today Anton Widodo of Cyfler, Cyfler.com. How you doing, Anton?
I'm good. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me today.
Good, good, good. Did I get Cyfler right? Cyfler.com?
Yep, Cyfler. Thank you.
Cool, cool. Well, you guys have an exciting new website, and you guys have been working on it, I guess, for maybe a while. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what Cyfler is, how it works, what it does?
All right. Thanks, Chris. Well, by the way, we are launched late last year. So right now we have a span of around half a year. Well, we are definitely trying to improve on many of the other features as we go along. Okay, well, basically what we are trying to accomplish here with Cyfler is that we are trying to create a social network for business entities. Well, two immediate problems that we are trying to solve right now. Well, first thing is that we realize that the traditional business directory is not going to make a cut anymore. We are looking at yellow pages and all those stuff. You know, we thought that the format is quite dull. Some of them put a lot of emphasis in text, while right now we are in a visual world whereby people want to see images, videos, and all the other stuff. So we think the traditional business directory is not going to cut it anymore. Now that's one. Now secondly, we believe that the era for your business profile or business entity to be a passive platform is not going to cut it anymore. We want your profile to be dynamic. We want your profile to be able to interact with others, approach others, make the initiative. So that's why we are creating this whole platform to help you achieve that.
And so in looking at Cyfler, it looks like business, it's been designed for business to business. And looks like you've got, you know, kind of the layout of where you can have different, I suppose you can search different businesses that you want to interact with. Yep.
Well, the rationale here that we have, Chris, is that regardless of your industry, you will still have to depend on others to make your operation run smoothly. So take, for instance, you're in the consumer products industry. You don't only interact with the customers or the consumers. You will, suppose you need to promote your products. You will still need to produce a brochure or a flyer, etc. Then you will need to interact with printer. Now, that is a business-to-business relationship. Now, the other thing is that if you look to produce a good product, you will still need to source for a good raw materials. That, again, is a business-to-business. So our rationale is that regardless of your industry, you will still need to interact with other people from other industries. So we are trying to create an ecosystem whereby this is possible for you to do so.
I'm looking at my Cyfler dashboard right now, and I can see there's my ecosystem, there's my clan, offer, referral, need, overview. You know, and it's really true in owning companies. There's some companies that I've owned in the past where almost all of the things that you do within the company, you have to vendor out, sometimes by regulation.
Right.
And it's really, I mean, you're only as good as your weakest vendor. And that one vendor, if he can't get it right, he kills the whole process of all the other vendors and your whole manufacturing of whatever you're doing. I mean, one person could shut down the whole line and just kill what your process is and put you behind schedule. And so, yeah, you're only as good as your worst vendor and whoever is your weakest link in that chain. And so, yeah, having good vendors is so important. Having good vendor relations. You know, years ago, I read something that's really smart that says I think it was for one of the CEOs of like IBM or someone, or I think it was Hewlett Packard or someone. I forget now. But they basically said, you always want to keep two vendors competing with each other to constantly get your business, so that they can give you, they'll always give you the best resource they can, because they know they're competing. Once you give one vendor everything, they pretty much know they have you. And at that point, sometimes services can suffer. So this looks like it gives you a great resource of different contacts. And let's see, you've got My Ecosystem. And so that goes into, looks like you've got some different links up, or I want to call these pearl trees, because there's
right. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you how it precisely works, especially in the ecosystem part, which we are going to cover in a later part. So, all right, let's try my screen share. Let's see. Okay, give me a moment.
No problem. The great thing about Google Plus is being able to do the screen share. And that's an awesome way for people to see your guys' product.
No, precisely. You're right. Especially for the founders and, trying to demo the startups and all this stuff. This is precisely relevant. All right, here we go. Okay, now we are in what we call a demo interior. Basically, this is a mock-up account that we are trying to show to other people on how it works. Can you see it, Chris?
I sure can. Looks great.
All right. Okay. Let's go to Bilbo. Now, Bilbo is actually the short of billboard. What we are trying to create a concept of a web billboard. So you still remember when we talked about the first problem, that the traditional business directory is not going to cut it anymore. So this is what we are trying to do here. We are trying to do something that is very visual, graphic-rich interface that allow you to, basically showcase your products and services in an interactive manner. And in this particular page, what you can see is that you will be able to integrate your Facebook account, your LinkedIn account, your Twitter account, and all the other stuff. So it becomes a one-stop destination for anybody who wants to learn more about you. Now, not only that, if you look at the video section, when you click on them, what happens is that you can embed videos from Vimeo, YouTube, all the free resources that can help enhance the whole experience. This comes from the video. Likewise, we look at the pictures. It's also the same, whereby you can really leverage on the photo sharing apps or such as Flickr or even Facebook. You can just hot link them, and there you go. It becomes one page whereby everything is amalgamated and everything is so concise. People don't need to, flip to the other screen or other window. It's all there. It's all there. So this is the first problem we are trying to address right now. Now,
it's very beautiful too in the look and the appeal of it. I like the layout, and it's got that that transparency, and then I noticed at one point that some of the screens revolve as you're looking at the main page.
Right. That is the effect that we incorporate as well, so the users can do a lot of effects. Let me show you. If you click on the edit button, then you will see the effect here. You can do it slide, fade, let's try slide. Right. So it's very simple. People don't need to be a programmer. People don't need to know how to code to create an interactive profile for their businesses. Because that is also one of the other concerns that businesses have, They don't have the skill, they don't have the experience, so what are they going to do?
Yeah, it looks like it's got a really nice setup. It's easy. You just upload the pictures, and it'll automatically take and do the things for you.
Yeah, yeah. We are trying to make it as intuitive as it can. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if you look at my right-hand side, you will see some offers. Basically, if we go to our dashboard on the top, um, we will enable you to post your offers and needs. Now, well, the rationale here again, Chris, is that when you look at any other businesses, you don't only sell things, you also want to buy things. So suppose you are a consumer products company, you will still need to source for printers. So niche and
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Okay. Hey.
All right. Okay. Well, basically, what we have just covered right just now was that we are trying to address the first issue. Still remember about the business directory.
Mm-hmm.
So that was being covered in the ability for you to post your niche, your offers, and do up a beautiful page that really showcasing your businesses. All right. Now, I'm going to show you how we are trying to address the second issue by
Mm-hmm.
making your business profile a dynamic entity. All right. So now, let's say this demo interior, an interior design company, wants to produce a brochure or a marketing collateral.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you do is that you go to your dashboard, you type on, let's say, brochure printing. I'm going to put brochure printing. Likewise, the description, brochure printing. Now I'm going to submit. Alright, there you go.
Okay.
When you go to your dashboard again, what we will do is that we will scan through our database and see who exactly can address your needs. So when you see on the bottom side, then these are the bunch of businesses that you can work together. We have recommended to you. It's up to you to choose, and of course you can go to their billboard to learn more about them. But for the demo's sake, let's go to demo printing. It's actually another mock-up account that we have created just to show how dynamic this is. Right. Okay. Now we are at demo printing. Basically, this is another printing company. All right. You can learn a lot about them from their billboard, from their Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube videos, and images, what they need, what they offer. All right. So now right now, what you can do is that you can choose to engage them. You see on the bottom part, there is a recommend to somebody and invite to their room. Now, when you click invite to their room, we will allow you to drop them a messages, right? So, hey, I need a printing for brochures.
So essentially, you can basically ask for bids on your product and collect a bunch of people to send you offers.
Yes, you are right. And of course, we will allow you to go deep into the discussion by these particular features. But now, if we stop here, this is still a very basic e-commerce website, right? I mean, if you go to eBay, if you go to Alibaba and all the other stuff, you can still do this, right? So this is not going to make us special, relatively. But what I'm going to show you next is that we are going to the other side. Now, we are currently logged into demo interior, right? So I'm going to log into demo printing to show you what's happening on their side.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to screen share on my other browser. Give me a moment. Alright, right now we are in demo printing. I'm going to refresh dashboard. Now, you look at the opportunity section. what you
Uh-huh.
can see is that you right now you can see demo interior as
Uh-huh.
your opportunities.
Yeah.
So now traditionally, uh, let's say you are in the search engine world. Your
Mm-hmm.
business create a website, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's passive there. You are
Yeah.
waiting for others to discover you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if people don't bother to talk to you or to engage you, then you are
Mm-hmm.
left there forever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So right now we are trying to create a platform whereby, alright, suppose demo interior does not engage me. I still have a chance to engage demo interior, right? By just
Mm-hmm.
clicking on their billboard and tell them, hey, you know what? I have what you need. Allow me to make my case. So
Yeah.
so yeah. So this is the feature that we are trying um, to incorporate, to introduce here. Well, basically, this has become a two-way interaction. This is no longer I am at your mercy type, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you can go out there and make your case,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is how we are actually utilizing the discovery concept,
Mm-hmm.
like Facebook, Twitter, whereby they recommend follows, they recommend friends. Now we are recommending opportunities for you.
That's awesome. I like how it gives a multimedia presentation to the business where, if you're dealing with yellow pages, white pages, of course, if you're dealing with even like Google, you're just dealing with line item text, where here you can deal with something that's much more beautiful, has the multimedia effect, has the integration of your social media, video, pictures.
Yep.
And in some of these cases, like some of the companies you displayed, you have to be able to show your work to really show your talent and
Right.
Be able to solicit business. So that's really awesome. What were some of the premium features that I saw that you guys had?
Yep. Some of the premium features would allow you to have more features being unlocked. So basically, if you look at one of the features just now, the deal room messaging,
Mm-hmm.
so we will limit them up to 10 per month if you join us for free. So as you upgrade, then we will allow you to interact with others more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you see an opportunities, but we somehow limit your interaction.
Sure.
Right.
Now I noticed you can create an add-on here, and there's some advertisements you guys have down the side. Is that something where they can do an ad, just like a Facebook fan or a Facebook ad that they want to do on Facebook?
Sure. All right. Okay, Chris. Now, at the first part of the video, you talk about ecosystem that intrigues you. All right. Now, ecosystem actually is another set of features that will put your business in a whole new level. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show how it works right now. All right. I'm going to do a screen share again.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to demo interior. Now, first thing first, we are going to delete the needs. We say we don't need a brochure printing anymore.
Okay.
So that in the demo interior, the dashboard, the opportunity section will be empty. Can you see that? It's empty now. Right. Okay, now what I'm going to do is that you look at my ecosystem. What it does is basically you can choose what industries you want to connect with. So one of them is actually a printing industries on the right hand side. Yeah, so basically what it implies is that when you post an offer, you can broadcast it to printing. Right? I'm going to show you how it works. Now, let's edit this particular offer.
So you can basically broadcast to the whole industry that's got directory sources on Cyfler.
Right, precisely. Now, okay, you see on the bottom side, there is an ecosystem whereby you can choose, right?
Okay.
You can either choose my ecosystem that encompass everybody in your ecosystem, or you can choose a particular industry. Suppose printing, all right? I'm going to update this offer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to broadcast these particular products to everyone in the printing industries. Let's go to demo printing again. Let's refresh the dashboard. There you go. It becomes an opportunity for them. So again, now we allow you to instantly raise awareness. Suppose in the printing industries there are thousands of businesses. What you can do in a split second, you can make your case again to all those people, right? And of course, if you select my ecosystem just now, then it gives you extra exposure to everyone, to the whole lot of new audience again, right?
And I can see here when I'm looking on the dashboard, I can see there's opportunities that are pending. I don't know if these are examples, but it's really cool that there's offers that are out there, potential opportunities for someone as a business.
Right.
Looks like there's suggested contacts that you guys probably have some sort of metrics or an algorithm that presents to people. Here's some contacts you might be interested in making contact with.
Precisely. Right. So when we suggest contacts, if let's try to click on one of the suggested contacts, Chris. And if you look at the billboard, what you can see is that there will be a button that allows you to add me. Well, if you click at that particular button, what's going to happen is that, all right, right now I have added this guy to my clan, so it becomes a remove from clan. Let's try to reverse it. All right, there is an add me button on the top, just left to the back button. So when you click add me, then it becomes to your clan. Your clan is basically what you see on Facebook, your friends. So we allow you to bookmark the businesses you want to interact with in the future. If you see something interesting, you don't want to lose sight of them, then you can add them to your clan. That's what it does, basically.
Yeah. What's interesting, too, is I noticed that there's a lot of international stuff on there. And nowadays, with companies, the internet, social media, you're doing business more and more with international vendors. And so it looks like it gives you a platform to be able to communicate, to be able to go after what you want, where you don't have to spend a lot of long-distance money calling people trying to figure out what you want.
Yep, you're right.
And if you're a small business or medium-sized business, you have limited resources, it gives you possibly some way to get some business and quickly go out. What do you guys see this business becoming in the next 5 to 10 years? What's your guys' vision?
Well, now, coming back to your statement about the recent trend that we are seeing more businesses do dealings internationally or globally, we see it happen in a different tiers. So, well, suppose a consumer products company, they want to do a marketing collateral such as posters, brochure. We don't see the rationale of them engaging someone in China, suppose, you know. So they will still look for partners in a proximity. So that's one tier. That's one tier. Then the other tier is, of course, we see increasing trends whereby people are sourcing for unique products internationally. So we want to be a one-stop platform that allow you to reach out to those different dimensions depending on the scale of your businesses. And of course, we see in the next 5 to 10 years, I think we are going to see more and more information being pushed to you rather being pulled away by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And we have seen that happening in the individual basis, social networking site like Facebook, Twitters, whereby they constantly push information to you, and we will see another trend happening in businesses, because you must not forget the fact is that any individuals, as long as they have talents, as long as they have ideas, they can do business. They can be their own entrepreneurs. So we see that they are going to leverage the same technology here to make their life more easier.
Yeah, I love the idea. I think there's the one thing that's missing from social media is a lot of businesses still aren't getting it. A lot of them still aren't on and involved in social media. I mean, social media is still very small, just even for people, when it really comes down to it. And so there's a lot of upside to that growth as they adapt and come to social media, come to the internet. I think of my days of owning companies in the brick and mortar business, and I mean, sometimes it was such a fight to get a good vendor, and then maintain that relationship to a point that they always gave the best service they could possibly deliver. I mean, you really were only as good as some of your vendors in some cases. I think there were some companies we owned where you literally outsourced everything, like I mentioned before. And, man, if there was one bad vendor in the mix, I think there was like 5 or 6 different levels of vendors that you were using. And so this gives you some great resources. I think there's going to be a lot more entrepreneurs in the world going forward, too, especially with some of the job and economy issues we're having. I think there's going to be more and more entrepreneurs. And so this gives some incredible resources. One thing that I found about being in social media is having an international client base from a consulting firm, being able to talk to people around the world for the first time, and social media making it so that that's almost a seamless process, and I can do business with someone like yourself or talk to someone like yourself just like we're neighbors.
Sure.
And here we are, I think you're in Singapore right now. So,
yes, I am.
Very beautiful city too, by the way. I always love that pool, that casino you guys have with the endless pool on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
well, that is one unique design, though. Yep.
Yeah. And so I really think that, there's definitely an upside to this as more and more businesses come to the internet, more and more entrepreneurs go seeking stuff, and more people go seeking international relations where possibly they can get some better pricing, maybe better service, or better quality of service. I mean, definitely, sometimes you're only as good in life as the resources that you have available, and the better the choices you can make around you, the better your ability to build an awesome product and make things really work.
Yep. Yeah. And of course, not forgetting the fact that, any great talents can come up in any moment, so you don't want to miss the chance for them to make their case. Well, one of the reasons that is driving my passion right now is that before I joined Cyfler, what I saw is that that is still happening right now is that a lot of young people are still cold calling in the street, and I mean, look, what is going on in my mind is that now I am impressed with their courage. All right, I think that takes a lot of courage to cold call and face a lot of rejections along the way. But what is depressing for me in the same time was that they have a great talent, they have great products, but they are not spending their time to produce that. Instead, they are spending their time cold calling people, which sometimes might work, but as you know, most of the time it doesn't. But the reason why they are doing that is because they don't have or they don't see a platform to address that.
Yeah.
They are lacking opportunities.
Sure.
They don't lack talents. They don't lack products. What they lack is opportunities. So we want to create this platform to address that.
Yeah, and by using your guys' forum with Cyfler, they can work smart instead of hard.
Precisely. Yes, and God bless. If this can work out, then it might help a lot of people out there.
Yep. Anything else you want to share with us, Anton, before we go? Anything you want to cover that we maybe missed or anything?
Well, not Not much. I mean, I don't see anything significant right
Cool.
now that we are missing in the part of our discussion.
Cool.
So
Well, I like the
basically,
product. I like what you guys are doing. I think it'd be awesome too if in the future you guys had like a rating system. You guys are probably planning on incorporating that. That
yes,
maybe rates the vendors on how well they perform for other vendors and things like that.
sure. I think it is definitely one of the most important element that other businesses want to know whether this guy is legitimate or not, you know, and of course what you suggested will help that a lot. Yeah, well, basically, we will improve a lot more other features along the way. You know, we are getting started right now, and
well,
of course,
I love the layout of it. I love how it beautifully presents all your different stuff on its here. Let me do this.
don't worry.
I love how it presents all the different different layout and the multimedia features there. You know, there's a lot of different websites that are out there, and more and more people are using them to be able to out-vendor and outsource their stuff and be able to get the resources they need. And it's amazing. You know, like I've used a few different other services that have been out there for a while to look at internationally, you know, having vendors do stuff for us. And it's amazing the variation in pricing that you can get. And, you know, sometimes it's good. I'm sure that sometimes that equates to some sort of variation in quality. But it's something that you need those resources to be able to look around and decide, okay, you know, what's the best resource for us, and if they can really have talent. And certainly the larger you can make that pool that you can take and choose from, the better your resources and your end product is probably going to be.
Sure.
Well, Anton, tell us where we can find you on the internet, Twitter, et cetera, et cetera.
All right. Yep. Well, you can email me at Anton, ANTON, Widodo, WIDODO at Cyfler.com if you have interest or any inquiries or anything that we can help. Or alternatively, you can also reach me out at my Twitter account at ANTWIDODO. You know, we can have a lot of fun out there, and sure.
Okay, and then of course we can find you guys at Cyfler.com. That's CYFLER.com. There'll be a link below the video on the ChrisVossShow.com blog, and we'll go ahead and piece these two YouTube videos that we have together and put them into one. But Anton, thanks for taking the time to come out and meet with us. Continued success in your product.
Thank you.
And thanks for being with us, and just keep up the good work. Keep rocking, man.
Thank you, man. A privilege for me to, you know, talk to you.
Thanks,
you. Chris.
You'll probably be seeing a lot of people come to your website and sign up here over the next few days as we publish the post out. Be sure to subscribe to the Chris Voss Show on iTunes. You can see all the latest things and updates we do. We'll be doing more of our CEO, co-founder series and interviews. And, of course, we have our news series where me and the lovely Jody Rains do news and the latest things to social media. Thanks, Anton. Appreciate you, bud.
Hey, thanks, Chris. Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.